Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine at home and safe. So students, today we are going to start our very next topic of geography, that is major landforms. Let's start with the introduction part. Especially we need to know what is the meaning of landforms. See, landforms are the physical features on the earth's surface. For example, mountains, plateaus and plains are some major landforms of the earth. So natural processes such as weathering, water, elevation, sinking and erosion of the soil are constantly shaping the earth's surface. It doesn't really happen overnight. It takes years. The surface of our planet is continuously changing. Volcanic eruption and earthquake are sudden changes, but other changes are so slow that their effects are visible in thousands of years. Now we'll talk about the weathering. What is weathering? Weathering is the breaking of the rock on the earth's surface. A number of factors like heat, cold, frost, chemicals, reaction and work of plants and animal help in weathering. This is called weathering. Here's I have given you one pic where stone gets broken in between. Breaking of the stone is called weathering, and the reason behind it, extreme heat, cold, frost, chemical reaction and other plants and animal. Those elements help in weathering. What is erosion? Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind, and ice. The eroded material is carried away or transported by water, wind, etc., and eventually deposited. This process of erosion and deposition creates different landforms on the earth's surface, and this is called erosion. Wind and moving ice, glacier, running water. Erosion is a slow down due to plants as their roots tighten and bind rock particles and prevent them from slipping away. So this is called erosion. So there are few things which playing a major role, like river. What river work? How it work to forming landform? Running water is perhaps the most powerful agent of erosion. Rain causing some water to flow in small stream, so it can be joined together from to form a river. For example, waterfall. If we'll talk about the major works of the river works like eroding material in transported by running water. It erodes the rock over which it flows. The transported material is also deposited by it. So the first river work is that it is transporting material by running water and eroding the rock over which it flows, and transported material it also deposited by the river only. In hilly region or in mountains due to steep slope of land, the river carries a small volume of water. Due to narrow stream, it flows swiftly with enormous erosive power, forming number of landforms. The common landform which it formed by river is a V-shaped valley. And other work like waterfall, meanders, cut of lake, floodplain, distributaries, delta. We'll talk about the waterfall. When the river tumbles at steep angle over very hard rock or down a steep valley side, it forms a waterfall. Meanders. As the river enters the plains, it twists and turns forming large bend known as meanders. And we'll talk about the cut-off lake. Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of the meander, the end of the meander loop come closer and closer. In due course of the time, the meander loop cuts off from river and forms a cut-off lake, also called an oxbow lake. Next work of river is floodplain. As it floods, the river deposits layers of fine soil and other material called sediments along its banks. This leads to the formation of a flat, fertile floodplain. The raised banks are called levees. Next work of river is distributaries. When the river approaches the sea, the speed of the flowing water decreases and the river being to break up into a number of streams called distributaries. Next work of the river is delta. The river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit its load. Each distributaries form its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all the mouths forms a delta. A delta is depositional landform formed by the network of distributaries. Generally, due to deposition of sediments by the respective river, the shape of the delta is triangular. The Ganga Brahmaputra Delta of India is the largest delta in the world. Next topic is work of a sea. So, like river works in formation of the landform, same sea also work. What are the works done by the sea? Sea caves. The erosion and deposition of the sea waves give rise to coastal landforms and they continuously strike at the rock, developing cracks. The cracks become larger and wider over time, due to which hollow-like caves are formed on the rocks. They call sea caves. Next is sea arches. When these cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remain. It forms sea arch. Here I have shown you the pic of the sea arch and sea cave. You can see that. If we'll talk about the stag, what is the stags? Erosion breaks the roof and only walls are left, and these wall-like features are called stags. What are the sea cliffs? Sea cliffs pic is also given in your books. That is the steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above sea water is called sea cliff. So these are the work done by the sea. Next is work of moving ice. The way sea river works, moving ice also work. Because of the moving ice, glacier forms. Glacier are river of ice which erode the landscape by bulldozing soil and stones to expose the solid rock below glacier carve out of deep hollow there. As the ice melts, they get filled up with the water and become beautiful lake in the mountains. What are the glacial moraines? The material carried by the glacier, such as rocks, big and small sand and silt, get deposited and form glacial moraines. So because of the moving ice, we get the U-shaped valley as well. When a glacier passes through a valley, the floor and sides of the valley are eroded by the rock piece present in the glacier. Thus the floor becomes flat and sides become steep. So this type of valley is called U-shaped valley. Next is work of wind. In the desert, an active agent of the erosion and deposition is wind. Like here I have shown you a pic of mushroom rock. In desert, rock can be shaped like a mushroom, commonly called mushroom rock. Sand dunes, when a wind blows, it lifts and transports sand from one place to another. When it stops blowing, the sand falls and gets deposited in low hill-like structures. These are called sand dunes. Next is loess. When the grains of the sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over very long distance. When such sand is deposited in large areas, is called loess. So students, this is all about the chapter. Thank you so much.